Hello, welcome. I'm Jo Bendel, and my next guest at the productivity party is Ruby McGuire. Ruby is from Rock Your Fabulous Biz, which works with service-based solopreneurs, helping them to rock their visibility in their business, both on and offline. So she says you can know all of the business tools, but you need to be brave in order to be visible in your business. And if you're not shouting out about your business, then who will? So I'm really excited to hear what you've got to share with us, Ruby. And before we get started, I'd love to know, are you focusing on fun, fast, or on target today?
Fun, I think.
Fun, excellent. Yeah. So I'm going to hit the timer and hand over to you for your juicy gems. Go for it.
Pressure. Okay, so one of mine is actually about a timer. So it's tomatoes. If you haven't heard of it, it's the Pomodoro technique. And basically, in its shortest form, you hit a timer for 25 minutes and you stop faffing around and you start whatever it is that you need to be doing. And then you can have a 5-minute break after your 25 minutes. And then once you've done 4 of those, you have a 15-minute break. So the aim is to get as many tomatoes done as you can. And I think it's a really great strategy. But what I love to do is work it around 2 other things that are really key that help you stay focused and productive. So the 2 other areas are, first of all, either the night before or the morning of the day that you're going to be working. Write down your most important tasks, your top 3 mitts, as I call them. And you've probably heard it said all over the place, but your top 3 mitts. And then what you can do is use your Pomodoro technique or your tomato to actually work through each of those things. But what it does is it really focuses your mind, because if you think, I've got 20 million different things to do and I don't know where to start, having to prioritise is the first step of it, but knowing actually if I get those 3 things done, that's going to be a massive achievement for me. If I do nothing else and get those 3 things done, I've done what I set out to do, and they were the most important ones. So that really works. And then the third little tip, and I may have gone too fast now, I'm so pressured. The third little tip is focus on the one thing. And if you haven't read the book by Gary Keller called The One Thing, read it. And in its most simplistic form, it is basically just focus on one thing at a time. And I could say you don't need to read the book, but you kind of do, because it's a really good read. But if you do your tomato as your timer to time everything, you've got your most important task, then what you're doing is focusing 100% on that task. Because we all know what it's like. We go, oh, I'll just quickly check that shiny thing over there, or I'll just check a tweet, or I'll just quickly send an email. Before you know it, you've lost your productivity completely. So they are my 3 things. So tomato timer, top 3 most important tasks, and then focus on the one thing. Have I done on time?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. You are such a girl after my own heart, because that is exactly what I talk about all the time. And the first thing I want to say is I love the Pom.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. And you can sync it with Trello and all sorts of things.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And so I'm really grateful, because you've really broken the tips down really, really thoroughly for us to understand exactly why, how to use it. I'm a big fan of all of your tips. So yeah, a big thumbs up from me. So thank you so much for sharing and for getting involved. If anybody would like to find out more about Ruby, then I will link to her website, Facebook page, and you can go stalk her. And and I just want to say thanks ever so much. It's great to meet you.
Thank you.